Can you see, ma? Now? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, these are the special terms which we use in this inclusive practices. First one is exclusion. Second one is marginalization, segregation, early intervention, integration, inclusion, mainstreaming, and normalization. And now, see what is exclusion. Exclusion means you all know. I'll show you a diagram. Just so today we will go through all these terms and exclusion. First, we will have an idea of exclusion, marginalization, segregation, integration, and inclusion. So after that, we will go for other concepts. So these are the very important terms which are used in the inclusive practices, and you have to understand them. That is very important. So I'll share the differences between the Can you see this, ma? Now, are you able to see the picture on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, these are the 4 terms used in the inclusive practices. First one is exclusion. Can you see it clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
See, first one is exclusion. That is the children with special needs or else some of the groups of the society. So we will discuss about those groups like women or lower economic group people or tribes or some sects of the society where they are excluded from the society. So this is known as exclusion, and you can see this diagram. The circle inside is the society, and people inside the society, they are getting all the facilities, all the amenities, everything provided by the society. Among themselves, they are utilizing all the amenities. But these people who are outside this circle, they are the people of different communities who are excluded. Now, these are also known as marginalized groups. And when you draw a margin on a paper, why do you draw a margin on a paper? In order to include something inside it. You will write some content inside that margin. Yes or no? Margin of the paper, you will write some content. And so that to exclude the outside I mean the outside borders, that which is present outside the borders, you will be excluding. That which is inside the borders, you will be including in the content. Yes or no? So this is also like that. Exclusion and marginalization. It's a kind of separation. So further we will go in detail about the definition of marginalization. So have you understood this? Exclusion. Have you all understood my exclusion? See, if you consider the circle as a society, we are excluding some groups or people with special needs outside the society. So this is known as exclusion. Now, when the people with special needs are identified, they are segregated like this. See the second diagram, segregation. where there is a smaller circle where the children with special needs are segregated. Like that, you have mental retarded institutions, you have blind, I mean visually impaired institutions, where specially those type of children are educated. That is children with special needs. So this has a different fringe. This is the border. It is separated entirely, segregated from the normal society. So this is the
Ma'am,
normal.
slide is not moving.
Ma?
Slide is not moving, ma'am. Only first slide we will see, ma'am.
In this only I am showing. 4 are
Okay,
in
okay.
this only.
Okay.
After you understand this, I'll go to the other slide. So can you read this exclusion and segregation? Can you see the difference? In the exclusion, outside the circle, you have the dots. That is the excluded groups. And circle inside, whatever is inside the circle is the society. And here in the circle, you have the main society, and the children with special needs are segregated and they are put in some institutions where education is provided for them. This is segregation. Have you understood, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Next one is integration. See, next level in integration, what they have done is they have taken this students. Two people are waiting. 1 minute. Now these two, see, integration is the. Can you see the difference between segregation and integration? In integration, we have these special children included into the society. This society is a circle where we have included them into the society, integrated them into the society. But yet after integration also we'll follow different techniques, individualized instruction, we will take care of them. But they are among the institutions itself are handled along with the normal institutions. So students will be along with the students of the school, but they have special classrooms. Some of the periods they will be along with the normal children, and in some of the periods they will have special classrooms where special techniques will be used to teach the children. For example, visually impaired children are there in a normal school. For some part of the teaching of the curriculum, they will sit along with the normal students. And after some time, when they need special techniques and special instructions, they will be separated into, shifted into special rooms where their techniques are required for their learning are followed. So this is known as integration. They will be along with the students, yet they will have special techniques to be dealt with. Some of the time they will be with the normal children, and some of the time they will be with the special instructions. That means special teachers who will instruct them with special techniques. Have you understood this concept? Yes or no, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes.
And next one is the next further better step is inclusion. Here, even teacher will act as a special teacher. Teacher will have all the capabilities and training to deal with the children with special capabilities also. The student will sit in the classroom itself. They will have the same curriculum along with the students. They will be dealt with using the special, integrating the special techniques. This is known as inclusion. So we are trying to get inclusion into the society. So this is the best part of education, where children with special needs and different sects of the society are included into the general and normal classroom. So from marginalization, that is exclusion and marginalization, to segregation, and from there to integration, and from there to inclusion. So I will show you another slide where this you will be able to understand better. So see here, this is exclusion. See here, you can, it is represented in different ways. You can see handicapped people, that is physically challenged people outside the normal society. Normal society, general society is represented with a circle, bigger circle. Can you see, ma? Can you see?
Cannot see the
No,
the
ma'am.
slide.
We are seeing
You are
terms only.
unable to
Terms.
see.
Only the special
Let
terms
me-
we can see.
The old slide, you did not see the circle side.
No, ma'am.
Okay, you didn't say, ma. I was thinking. It is shared.
Now it is visible, ma'am.
Now can you see, ma, this?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh
Yes,
my
ma'am.
Circles.
goodness. Till now I was explaining, and have you understood that? See the first one.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you see
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
We are seeing
Exclusion.
first line.
This is this bigger circle is nothing but the society, general society. And you have these dots, green dots outside the society are the excluded uh, group of people. From women to old age, and women and children with special needs, and children with not only children, even people with like tribes, people from tribes and different communities, they are excluded from the society. Have you understood this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Now here segregation. Here the bigger circle, you have the general society, and from this general society, special children are separated, and they are educated in special institutions like mentally retarded institution, visually impaired institutions. Separate institutions were created for them, and education was carried on in the such institutions. So that is nothing but segregation. Okay. Now next one is, have you understood this segregation?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Next one is integration. These children with special needs are inculcated into the classrooms, general classrooms of the society, where some of the time they will be taught in the general class with the general teacher or teachers of different subjects, and then they will have special time for special teachers, where they will have special classrooms where equipment of needed for their techniques are used. So a special school is integrated into the normal school. This is known as integration. Some of the time they will be in the special classroom dealing with the special techniques, and a special teacher will be there along with them. Special teacher means teacher who is trained in special techniques to handle with them. Okay. And some of the time they will be with the general students in the general classroom. So teachers will be different, classrooms will be different, yet they will be integrated when time requires. Have you understood this, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
One of
ma'am.
you please keep telling me whether you have understood or not. Inclusion. Next one is inclusion. In this, there won't be any special classes as such. All will be included in the general classes only. Teacher themselves will be equipped with the different techniques to deal with the different students. Because in all schools, see, suppose there is a school nearby to a special student. He will go to that school. There might not be many, one or two will be there, and accordingly teacher will deal with those children. Have you understood? He will come to the general class, he will come and sit along with. Nowadays in colleges, even visually impaired students and physically handicapped students, they are coming to the college and they are taking their instructions, going through their education process. Yes or no? In the same way,
Yes, ma'am.
there also in the schools, what happens, the school nearby, um, children who require special education, they will come and get included in the school only, nearby school only. But teachers will have the capabilities and training, special training for that special child. So along with these students only, they will learn. So uh, this is known as inclusion. Have you understood, ma? Inclusion.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, I want to share another where you will be able to understand easily. Can you see this slide? Can you
Yes,
see, ma?
ma'am.
Where
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
in each circle you will find the, see, first one is exclusion. On left top you will find exclusion. In that, in the bigger circle, you will find the general society, and you find the people around physically handicapped and physically old age people and people with other deformities will be outside the circle. This is exclusion. That means we are not accepting them, we are excluding them and marginalizing them. So that is exclusion. Next one is segregation.
Yes.
Here you see there is a smaller circle where in each different institution these children will be dealt with. The people will be dealt with, segregated from the general society, that is the bigger circle, and they will be dealt with here. Next is the, see, integration. See, they are integrated into the society, yet they are not completely in the general
Agreed.
along with the general people. In the society also, there is some kind of segregation. How? As I told, in schools, for example, they will have special classrooms and again the general classrooms. Some of the time they will sit in general classrooms, some of the time they will go for the special classrooms. And here in the inclusion, you see, all are integrated. See, everything is integrated. That means everyone is included. See, they are, you find in the society, you have the physically deformed people and old age people, and all are there, and they are included. That means they are accepted into the society and well integrated. So this is known as inclusion. Have you understood, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Now another one is next one is See, again we are with the. Can you see this slide? Special terms.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have the another PPT regarding difference between impairment, disability and handicap. So those terms are very important. Impairment, disability and handicap. As I scroll down, just tell me whether you are able to see it or not. Is the slide changing or not? Can you see this slide? Difference between IDH.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one, impairment definition. These are the definitions, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. An impairment refers to a loss or abnormality of a physical, mental or emotional structure or function. This is nothing if there is a loss of an organ, for example, a part of a body. That will be a physical deformity. And mentally also some kind of, if they will go through some kind of mental diseases, mental ailments, that will also affect their impairment. That means their intellectual process or emotional processes, whatever. Next, because of this impairment, they won't be able to function properly. Structure is deformed. That means their bodily structure, some of the part of it won't be, they will lose that part. And functioning also, because of that loss of the part, they cannot function properly. So it is a deviation from normal body structure and function. You can clearly find difference between the normal body and the deformed body, leading to impairments in activities or participation. They cannot perform the activities properly as a normal person. Next one is disability definition. And
Ma'am, slides are not changing. We are able to see only the introduction slide.
instruction style only. 1 minute, ma. Now can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Disability definition.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Now, first one, you didn't see the impairment, no? Okay, you continue with
No,
this.
ma'am.
You heard that,
Okay.
no? I'll show it again. A disability is a result of an impairment. We have seen that impairment is loss of a organ or a part of a body, or that makes the functioning or activity, impairs the functioning or activity of the person, or especially that organ. Now, this is disability is a result of the impairment that may lead to activity limitations, participation restrictions, and environmental barriers. For example, a physically impaired person. Physically means those who lost their limbs. They are unable to climb the steps. They may use wheelchair, but they are unable to climb the steps until they are provided with the special amenities. Okay. Next one is handicap. Can you see this, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't see. 1 minute. Can you see this handicap definition? So this is the handicap definition. This arises because not only because of impairment and disability, At a higher level of social, economic, and environmental disadvantages also will occur because of handicap. They cannot work, they cannot go to an office place, they cannot travel in buses or trains. Physical movement becomes very difficult, so they cannot earn. Hmm? Economically and socially also they cannot go to all the places wherever they want. Hmm? So such kind of environmental disadvantages will be there because of impairment. Impairment leads to disability, ability not to perform as a um, they are unable to perform as a normal individual. That is disability. Handicap condition is where because of the society and because their economic, social, environmental, all conditions will be affected because of the disability. Impairment occurs because of the loss of some organ or function of an organ. And next, that leads to disability. They are unable to perform like normal people. Because of their disability, handicap condition arises because of the as socially, economically, and environmentally, they cannot perform like all other individuals. Have you understood? Yes or no, ma? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
first
Yes, ma'am.
screen I didn't show you all, no? 1 minute. This is handicap condition. Screen share. First slide. Mm. Next, this one, impairment. You can see this my impairment definition. This is have you seen impairment definition? This is
Yes,
handicap.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, have only 3 minutes time. I will show you one video that is gifted able video. In that site you find many very good videos, but now for the time being you just see this and can you see this, ma? This shows the Can you hear, ma? Can you hear?
Not actually here. Here is we are able to see.
Okay, now have you seen that?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you
Yes, ma'am.
understood the difference between impairment, disability, and what is the last one? Impairment,
Handicap.
handicap. Impairment leads to disability. Disability leads to handicap.
Handicap.
The impairment is at organ level, disability is at functioning level, and third one, handicap, is at the social level, that is society level. Because of disability, because they cannot do the functioning as a normal being, they cannot go for the social functions. Social function means all the activities which they can do, they are unable to do. They cannot go to the office and do their work and earn and live a normal life. So all this is about difference between, what are those three? Impairment,
Disability,
and
physically handicapped.
Just a handicap, not physically handicapped. It can be any handicap who are unable to perform in the society. Got it? So you got the definitions also. We have less time now. Tomorrow we will